Good day, viewers at home. Today we want to look at shortcuts, a kind of trick on how to solve a quadratic equation. Any quadratic equation that is asked to be solved using a factorization method, there is a short method that we can use. That is, if the question comes in those multiple choice questions like objective question, where the only interest of the examiner is just your answer. Nobody wants to see your workings. So we can easily use this short trick for those kind of questions. We know that this is the general form of quadratic equation. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So we've had some lessons on quadratic equation and how to solve quadratic equation using factorization method. So for those of us that might be having issues on how to pick our factors, you can refer back to those previous videos. For us to solve this quadratic equation using factorization method, if you compare this equation with the general quadratic equation, you see that our a here is 1, the b here is minus 8, and the c is 15. So when you have this kind of question where your a is 1 and you are to solve this equation, first of all, you have to find two numbers. That is two factors of 15 that you add together that will give you minus 8. Meaning two numbers that when you multiply them, you will get positive 15. And when you add them together, you get negative 8. So those two numbers are minus 3 and minus 5. You can see that if you add minus 3 and minus 5 together, you will get minus 8. And if you multiply them, minus times minus is plus. 3 times 5 is 15. So if you have this kind of question, once you are able to bring out the two numbers and both of them are correct, then you are almost done with the solution. All you need to do, whatever you have, at least the sign, this one that is minus 3 will turn to plus 3. And this one that is minus 5 will become plus 5. So with this now, you've gotten the solution of this quadratic equation. It's as simple as that. Just get the two numbers whose product is 15 and whose sum is minus 8. Once you do that, then you change their sign. Anyone that is positive will become negative. Anyone that is negative will become positive. That's all. So the roots of this equation are plus 3 and plus 5. Now, when your a is more than 1, that is, when the coefficient of the squared letter is more than 1, here we have 3. The only difference between this and this is that you multiply your a, that is the coefficient of the squared letter, you multiply your a by c, which is minus 10. So 3 multiplied by minus 10 will give us minus 30. Then we will now look for two factors of that minus 30 that you add to get minus 13. So if you refer back to that previous video on a quadratic equation, you will be able to get your two factors as minus 15 and plus 2. If you check minus 15 plus 2, you can use calculator to confirm. Just press minus 15 plus 2, it will give you minus 13. And when you multiply them, minus times plus is minus. 15 times 2 is 30. So these are the two numbers, the two factors that we need. So like we did here, we will change their sign. Minus 15 will become plus 15. Then plus 2 will become minus 2. Ordinarily, we are supposed to take this as our final answer, but in this case, nothing was standing behind the squared letter. But here we have 3. So what we are going to do last now is to divide both of them by 3. If you divide 15 by 3, you have 5. We can see that 3 cannot divide 2, so we leave it like that. So that means the solution of this equation is plus 5 and minus 2 over 3. So once again, when the coefficient of x squared is 1 Just pick two numbers that you multiply to get 15 and you add to get minus 8. Once you are able to get the two factors, change their sign. That's all. But for this other one, after getting the two factors, you change their sign and then you divide each of them by the coefficient of the squared letter. So whatever you arrive at is the solution to that particular equation. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. God bless you.